garbage can is right outside my window. Trying to film! Trying to film! Hi guys, it's Grace and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I make my thumbnails, how to make thumbnails, and maybe just to help you spice up how you're making your thumbnails already. This is just going to be a very informative video. I'm going to be making the thumbnail for this video on my phone, and I'm going to be doing a screen recording and then talking to you guys how exactly I make my thumbnails. So I hope this helps you guys if you already have a YouTube channel or if you are planning on starting one, because honestly you shouldn't be stressing about making your thumbnails. It's pretty easy and it honestly only takes me a few minutes. I hope this video really helps you guys out, and don't forget to leave this video a like and subscribe down below. But that's pretty much it, and let's just hop right into the video. I'm gonna be screen recording. I've never done this, so this is gonna be a little weird. I'm shooting the video on my camera. I usually switch off and on between shooting on my camera and my phone. So I paused shooting for a second just so that I can make room to put up my live screen. So hopefully there's enough room and it doesn't cover half my face. I'm just gonna get into it. Okay, so the first thing that I do is I always take my thumbnails on a video setting instead of just taking pictures. I do this because thumbnails need to be a certain size, and usually the size of a video is the size of a thumbnail. In a video, I usually just do multiple poses, then that really helps with the sizing, and you have a lot of options because you don't have to keep clicking the button, be taking photos, you know. I would recommend taking your thumbnail pictures in a video, and then I screenshot the video and what pictures I want. So here we go. I have a few options screenshotted. I always screenshot a few. I think I like this one. I took these thumbnail photos on my iPhone and I screenshotted them, so we're gonna crop out the black. Okay, so now that we have the picture, I always go in and edit my thumbnail photos on Visco, just so I can make them more of my style, and also so that I can lighten up the photo, because it's very important to have good lighting. If people are viewing your channel for the first time and they see your thumbnail, you want it to look nice, and having good lighting is key. You don't want your room or your face to be dark because they won't really be able to tell what your video is about. So I always lighten mine up quite a bit just because the pictures are kind of tiny and you don't see that many features. So I would lighten it up quite a bit. And then I always mess with color grading. I like my photos to look really nice color-wise. Okay, so now I've got the coloring and the brightness right, so I'm going to go ahead and save that to my camera roll. Like I said before, I edit all of my thumbnails on my phone, but I know a lot of people, use PicMonkey, I think it's called, or Canva, so those are great options for your laptop, but I'm just used to editing them on my phone, so I use the app called Fonto. And you've probably heard of it because I think a lot of people use it. So that's what I use, and that's what we're gonna work with. You can also get any type of collaging app if you have multiple pictures. I personally don't have a collaging app, but there's a lot of great ones out there if you need help collaging photos together. So that's also a good option to collage your photos before you put text on it and stuff. Okay, so the first thing I always do is, instead of just grabbing the photo right away, I always go to plain images and I just click on the black one, and then I change the size. And the size you want is the size of the thumbnail, so I go to iPhone 8 Plus, 7 Plus, 6S Plus, which is the size 2208 times 1242. And then I always change the color of the background, and this is totally optional. You can either just use the picture that you have already, but I always like to get the background and then get an aesthetic color. So, what color do I want? Maybe purple. Let's do a purple. So I always just kind of mess with the coloring, what I want it to be, and I think that's good. So I'm gonna push use because I don't need to save it because it's kind of useless to me otherwise. So now I'm going to go and add my image to this. We're going to go grab the one we edited, and we're going to blow the size up. This is where you have an option. You can either blow it up all the way so the color isn't in the back, and I've done that a few times. This also just helps when saving it so that your photo is already the size of the thumbnail. Or what I like to do most of the time is to leave a little bit of the color as like a border, because I just find it's very cute and aesthetic, and I really like the way that the cute color border looks, and I think it kind of adds to it because you can still see the photo, you can see the thumbnail, and I think the pop of color is just kind of fun. I'm leaving a pop of color, just a little bit of it on this one, and I think that's good. Okay, so next we're going to insert the text, and this is where you have a lot of options because you can choose the font, the size, if you tilt it or not, if you add a background to the text. I'm just gonna walk you through how I do it, but I always think you should put your own twist on it, so definitely follow my steps, but probably use like your own fonts and just add your own creative touch to it so it's not like the exact same, because I think YouTube is very easy to become like very standard with like a lot of people, because a lot of people copy each other, and that's fine, but I always think that you should add your own touch to it, so maybe pick out a different font or something. So I like this font, and I'm going to say how to edit, and then I'm going to do aesthetic in a different font. I've been liking this one recently. And then we're gonna add thumbnails with a bunch of exclamation marks because I'm extra. Okay, we are going to first make this big, and then I always go to style and I like to add a background to mine. Whoops. So I do alpha all the way up and blur all the way down. Under X and Y, you can actually like move to see how much of the shadow you see, which I think is pretty cool. We are going to try to match the background, and I'm actually going to do something a little different. I'm just going to like mess with the colors for a minute. I got the font colors to kind of match the background, and I didn't want it to be like exactly the same, but just kind of the same colors. And then we're going to go to the word aesthetic and blow that up, put an emphasis on it. And then I sometimes like to space out the letters, so that's an option. I'm going to move these down and curve this a little more, and then tilt this a little more. A lot of options of like how you can like curve and tilt stuff, which is good, and it's really just like all up to you on how exactly you want stuff. But again, I would definitely add my own twist on stuff so you look different and like stand out rather than everyone looking the same, you know. And I'm trying to think of what I should do for this thumbnail. That could be cute. We'll see how the thumbnail looks. Hopefully this looks cute and you guys aren't totally judging me. I feel like I do a pretty good job with this. But under pressure, it's a little stressful. And we're going to make this purple too. So we just have everything kind of matching and in the same realm of color. How to edit aesthetic thumbnails. Cute! I think I like that. But honestly, it's good to make a bunch of different thumbnails. I'm sure you've probably heard that before. Usually I make like 2, but sometimes if I just like really like the first one, will totally just use it. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Whoa, my voice just croaked. Am I a little boy going through puberty? Possibly, no one knows. Basically, after you get your text and you organize it the way you want and get it to look the way you want, we're going to add, or you have the choice to add more images, and usually I add PNGs. So what PNGs are they are these little icons or pictures with blank backgrounds that are clear. So it's just the image and they look super cute. So most of the time you'll probably see stars or speckles. I usually add stars just because I think it's really cute and I really like stars. But you can add whatever you want. So basically you'll go into Google and search blank PNG. So whatever you want, PNG. And then we are going to, you save that to your phone and we are going to upload it to the thumbnail, and you can blow up the size however you want it. You can tilt it and do pretty much all the same stuff with it except for like change the color. But yeah, so we're just gonna add it, and it's okay if it goes over the image because it'll just crop it out when we save it. I like to add these little stars. They're super cute. And sometimes when you save PNGs and then you upload them onto here, they are not always, the background is not always clear, so sometimes it'll upload it with a white background and it's very annoying. So you're gonna have to go through a few of them probably to get the correct one without a background. Or I mean, I guess you could keep the background. It's really up to you. It's really all up to you, boo-boo. You do you, however you want to. Okay, that's pretty cute. Pretty cute, pretty nice. I think I like it. Hopefully you guys like it. Hopefully you don't think it's absolute crap. But at least I showed you how to make a thumbnail, even if you hate it. You got something out of this video. And then usually you save it as PNG, right? Yeah, you save image as PNG. And usually an ad will pop up, but whatever, because the app is free. And we'll just go to photos, and ta-da! Here is our amazing thumbnail, and I actually think I like it. But basically what I will do after this is I will airdrop the image to my computer, and then I think you can upload YouTube videos on your phone. I'm not sure how that works. I always upload my YouTube videos on my laptop, but however you upload your YouTube videos, that's what I will send my image to. So I send mine to my computer, and then there, when you're editing, there is this little box that asks you for your thumbnail. Usually it'll curate pictures from throughout your video that you can pick from, but if you make your own, then you can insert this one. And most of the time I have to adjust the size of my image again. I don't really know why it does this, since I've made the image on, I picked out the size of the thumbnail. Usually I still have to end up changing the size of my thumbnail, which is annoying, but all you have to do for that is search image converter in Google, and it will bring you to, I think, multiple search engines where you can convert your PNG into a JPEG, and you just insert the same size that we used before. So I think it was like 2208 and then 1242 or something. If you need the size, just go back in the video, and I clicked on the correct image size. So all you have to do is change your PNG to a JPEG of that size, and you're good to go. YouTube will usually accept your thumbnail, and that is pretty much it. I hope you guys learned a lot from this video. I hope this helped you, and I hope you had a great time watching. Can't wait to see all of your beautiful thumbnails on my feed because I follow a lot of you. That is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do so down below and give this video a thumbs up. Also, go follow my Instagram. It's linked in the description. That is all, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!